guys and gals. What's going on? Welcome back. It's Big E here, and we're on the Mage.
Hi there.
And we're doing the Oathbound challenge. Love our new robe that we got. Picked this up off of a mob. That's right. I think this episode we're going to buy First Mate Fitzsimmons here a flagon of mead. Let's go get a flagon of mead. Here we are.
Great to meet you.
How you doing, brother? Let me browse them goods.
Off
My
with you.
Hearthstone. Hearthstone's in Darkshire. Let's change it here.
What can I do for you? Safe travels.
Here, brother.
You need something?
I think you need something. I was once first mate on the Wave Mistress, ship of the line in the Cool Tyrus Third Fleet. The Doomed Fleet. The Doomed Fleet, period. Okay. Doomed for on its last voyage, the fleet was attacked by red dragons. Dragons controlled by orcs. We didn't stand a chance against that dragon fire, and our fleet was burned and sunk off of this coast. I'm the sole survivor of those poor vessels. Oh, my head hammers and pounds. I'll need a fresh drink if I'm to get a handle on this hangover. There's a true alcoholic right there.
For the Alliance.
All right, here's your ale.
Be careful. See you later.
All right. He's going to want us to kill 13 sailors, 5 Marines, and Snelling.
Have a good one.
I think I'm okay with this. I mean, I don't like this quest just because of where it's at. Am I okay with this? I'll tell you what. We're going to go do the Dragon Maw War Banners first. It's under some of it. You're in the water. You can do most of it outside of the water. Snelling, unfortunately, is down in the hull of the ship where you can pull 2 for sure, but possibly 3. They're going to be undead, which means I cannot sheep them. So we might wait on that a little bit. Let's go get some Dragon Maw War Banners. Kind of lines up with that quest as well. Red dragons controlled by orcs, he said. Interesting. I hope you guys and gals are doing well. Thanks for hanging out. See if we can have a little fun today. Right over there's the Doomed Fleet. 2 ships. Part of this is the Eye of Paleth, I think. And we'll get this, I think it's an orb or something. It might be an offhand. We have to take it, get it cleansed, and then it turns it into something we might be able to use. What are we rocking? I don't actually have an offhand. That's because I have a staff. So probably not end up using it. I don't know. Does this staff have any stats on it? It's got 4 int and frost damage, which is completely pointless. But the 4 int's okay. Well, I don't use the staff to attack, so if the offhand even has 5 int, we're going to take it. I'll get rid of the staff. It's, like I said, damage doesn't matter. Just looking for the stats on it. So, gotta remember I can blink. Today is Juneteenth here in the United States. Not a fan of the name of the holiday, but it's a pretty important, epic history. And it's crazy to think about, but with this redistricting shit that passed for white guys in black robes, it's kind of ironic. They redrew congressional lines with the intent of eliminating black voters. Like, it's fucking insane, man. And it all ties together. It's Makes me fucking sick to my stomach. Anyway, happy Juneteenth. You guys can read about the history if you're interested. I think the origin it is in Texas. There was the Emancipation Proclamation, and many states, southern states, they just didn't hear about it. You know, this is a time when obviously there was no internet, and a lot of slaves couldn't read, and, you know, it's just a fucking horrible fucking time. And for a very short period of time, I think called the Reconstruction, you actually had black people in the House and legislative positions. That quickly disappeared. People were pulled out of their positions. They were taken into streets and beaten and lynched and just fucking terrible shit. And it literally wasn't until 1965 that they reversed that and you started seeing black people again. And there's still very few, man. I think Cory Booker was the 4th person elected back as a black individual in the House of Representatives, which is insane to think about. I just don't understand how that shit passed. It's, like I said, man, it makes me sick. All right, I got to focus up. These mobs are no joke here. Got no banners yet. These things hit very hard and they attack very fast, which means I take quite a bit of pushback once they get to me. I can blink off. I can also use my mana shield, which is probably honestly a good idea. Yeah. That has no CD on it? It doesn't. That's interesting. I'm going to put that down there. I'm going to be using Mana Shield here. Well, it actually lasts for quite a while. I'll gladly exchange mana instead of taking damage from these things. Oh, some of them are green. That's actually pretty good. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to do a quick cutscene there as my landlord called and some people came in. They're replacing the windows here. They just had to do some measurements and stuff. Let's dope our mana shield here. Look at that, he didn't even get a shot on me. We're doing upgrades. It's just coincidence that I'm leaving. Anyway, I've gotten some nice feedback from some people about my move and stuff. I just got a text message from David. What's up, brother? If you see this, it's a week ago when I got the message from you. But yeah, I'm super nervous, man. Silver City is a small place where I live now, where I'm currently at, but the new place, these apartments up in Albuquerque, a lot more people. Yeah, I'm quite anxious about it, but yeah, it should be all right. got a lot. I mean, I've pretty much taken care of everything. I've got power is set to turn on. Got my internet going to be transferred up there. It's really just loading the truck this coming Tuesday. Driving it up there, unloading it, and I'm probably going to drive the truck back here the same day. Which actually makes it more expensive because they charge mileage if you go essentially round trip. It's kind of, that's not a coincidence, I think, but that's the way it's going to work out. I'm going to put it on my credit card because I can't really afford it otherwise. No, but yeah. And what I'm going to do, so I'll empty the apartment on Tuesday here. Drive the stuff up, you know, move everything into the apartment. And then when I bring it back, I've got the truck for 24 hours, so I could come back, you know, the next day or so. I just have to do it early. Then I'll actually go through and clean everything. I've cleaned a few things, but I realize it's kind of, I don't know why I just interrupted myself there. It's way easier to clean and vacuum and all that once everything is out of the house. So just do that. My security deposit here was only like $300. It was like nothing. I told her just to keep it because I have sound tiles. And they had these peel and stick fucking stickers. But it's peeling the fucking paint off. And like these little spots on the wall. So I told her about it. So they're going to have to patch and then repaint. So I just told her to keep the $300 and use it towards that. You know, if it comes out to be more, which it really shouldn't, it doesn't cost that much to, you know, spackle a wall and then repaint it. Just let me know and I'll pay the difference. But I was fucking pissed. Every time I took one of the stickers off, a little bit of paint would come up right off the fucking wall. I should have went with this. There was another kind where, you probably know what I'm talking about. You can hang pictures and stuff, and you pull the strip down and it stretches, and it's supposed to save the paint. I didn't use those. I used a different kind, and sure enough, fucking paid. Gonna end up costing me. I just got like all out of sorts, man, because there's like a family, a little local business here replaces windows, so it's like husband, wife, and they had their kid too. That was kind of cool, but I just wasn't expecting anybody, and it's difficult for me. Dude, this mana shield play is pretty OP, man. Feeling like a priest with power word shield. This is just part of my rotation now. I need to keep doing this. Especially with these fast-hitting melee mobs. How much damage does it absorb? I have to look at it. It absorbs 210. Okay. And it drains 2 mana per damage absorbed. So if I take the full 210 physical damage, it's 420 mana, which isn't really that bad considering I have over 2,000 mana. That's well worth it. Well worth it. How much does it cost to cast? It's only 60 mana to use with no CD. It's kind of insane, but you can see what happened to my mana here. I'm completely out. But I think I started with half. I'm just going to kind of hang in this area here. I don't want to get too far back. And this way is a little more dangerous because you've got casters back here with little skeleton ads. Drink twice here. Got level 30 coming up soonish. And we will conjure water 4. Can't use fire blast. We can get fire ward. Fireball rank 6. Ooh, ice armor. Nice. That's an upgrade from frost armor. Wait a minute, does this do damage? If it does, I can't use it. It does not do damage, so I can use that. We also get teleport to Darnassus. Lovely. Landlord's sad that I'm moving. We've become pretty good friends. You know, I've been here 5 years. A little bit sad too. But it's time for a change. This is as long as I've ever, almost as long as I've ever been in one place. I usually don't stay in a state, let alone like a city or town, for more than like 5 years. I don't know if I mentioned it. I was actually thinking about moving to Utah. I was going to move to Salt Lake City. But, and I mean, the places I was looking are the places that I could afford based on, you know, my life, right? It's pretty, the comparable to prices here in New Mexico, in some places. But that would have been a major, that's a major move. And it would have been pretty costly to do. And I honestly just can't afford to move that far. So that's really the biggest reason I'm moving back to Albuquerque, because I didn't really, I mean, I love New Mexico, but ideally I'd want to be in Santa Fe. Santa Fe is just amazing. It is fucking beautiful. You have beautiful summer times, and the winters are amazing. You've got Taos up there, and there's skiing. I mean, not that I fucking, you know, ski it or whatever, but it's just beautiful. The mountain ranges, the area. All of it's just amazing. It's expensive, though. I've got family that really wants me to be back in Virginia, but I don't really want to. I don't want to be back in Virginia. It's not. I don't have good memories of Virginia. That's where I grew up. And most of, I mean, my mom and dad are dead. My grandparents are dead. My stepfather's dead. I've got sisters, and I have a brother, but we don't know where he is. Can't really talk about that, but they all live in the same area, like where I grew up and stuff, and that place is just, I just can't handle being there. With the exception of my oldest sister. Well, she's 10 years younger than me, but she's oldest of the 3 sisters I have. She's in New Orleans right now. She's a lot like me. She moves around a lot. Nomad type of life. All of my sisters are... They could be on the cover of, like, surfing magazine. They're just... They're all blonde, blue eyes. They're all in amazing shape. And that's because... So we have the same mom, but we had different fathers. Their father was my stepfather. And me and my brother have the same father. All my cousins are there. I have a lot of cousins on both sides of the family. I really only know my father's side. On my mom's side, I don't really know. I don't know my cousins at all, but I've got like 26 cousins over there. I've told this story before. When I was a kid, I met them one time. I met 13 of my cousins when I was a kid. I was living with my mom's mom and dad, so my grandparents on that side. And we went to visit them when I was little. And one of my cousins is named Denise. I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I was in love with her. She was so fucking cool, and she just talked to me like, I don't know, I was just like on the same level as her. I don't know, man. She was also beautiful. I was completely madly in love with her. And I found out years later she was in Playboy. She was in Playboy magazine. That's how gorgeous she was. And I will be honest, I have tried to find that. I don't know her last name. I'm sure she got like married and everything. And it's also, a little bit creepy, I guess. But yeah, I only saw her the one time. I never saw any of them again. But they were really cool to me. They took me out. Like, I remember we were like in this van. It was like packed with cousins. It was me and my brother. They took us out to get ice cream and shit. And like, they were older. They were much older than us. Well, I'd imagine they were teenagers. When you're 8 or 9 years old, teenagers might seem like adults, right? So they were probably teenagers. I don't think they were 10 years older, but they, you know, they were probably, I would assume 16, 17, 18, somewhere in there. And I remember they had these accents. They lived in, where did we go? I think it was New Jersey. And they had these accents. And to me, it sounded exotic. But they were just northern accents. We go out to the bar. It wasn't like Boston. It wasn't like that severe, but... What did I just do? Silenced? Yeah. Oh, I know why I did that. I keep getting the fucking wand confused. Because it's a different keybind on the Warlock. Oh, we have a hunter in here. Alright. Let's keep going further up then. Almost all of my cousins, well, I mean, the cousins I know on my dad's side, almost all of them have kids, and some of their kids have kids, which is crazy. I'm the oldest of everyone, all the cousins and all of the grandchildren. Firstborn. One of my cousins is in prison. He's been in there for, I think, about 10 years now. Almost 10 years. And I think he's got at least 10 more years to go. He got through that shield. Careful up here. There can be a named dude up here, and it might be a rare. I actually don't see him today. I guess he can be here or over on this other side down this way. I recall a patrol. So I think he's got a patrol that brings him here. Then he walks all the way back and he stands over here. Now over here is a named mob, but it's an elite. I think it's after this. We're not going to be doing that quest for obvious reasons. But I think I can pull this guy. Poisons. Oh, it's because he's a swamp runner. Okay.
Well done.
All right, there's our banner. Let's get manned up here before we head out. We've not even been to Hillsbrad yet, but there's some quests here we can do. I think we can do down the coast. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do down the coast with the Murlocs. I hate it. Soothing Turtle Bisque, though, pretty standard quest to do there. I think Horde and Alliance get that. Got about 15 minutes left here. I got a mage. The follow-up quest will be to burn these wagons. going to sheep him so that we can sneak out this way. I guess we can we can do a few of these, and then we can hearth back when it's time to wrap it on up. Wrap it up. Actually, we're going to be just about out of time, so I'll have to do that next episode. Well, we may as well hearth back then. Let's go empty the bags. I'll do that off camera. I'll empty the bags off camera. Let's call it an episode. Got some stuff done. Yes, we did. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit today. I do appreciate it. Take care. The Mage and I will see you in the next episode.
It's been quite an experience.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.